Hi, welcome to the Q4 Overview. So we're halfway through the semester, and once you're finished with this, you'll be done with the semester. So kind of gauge your pace. Where are you, and what do you need to do in order to finish in time? So this quarter has 3 units. First is Analytic Geometry, which is our GBC unit for this quarter, the last big thing that you need to know. And then we're going to do 2 units on probability and applications of probability. So the first one is Analytic Geometry, and you'll be able to graph and identify key parts of conic sections. And we'll talk about conic sections, how we got that name in just a second, but those are ellipses, hyperbolas, circles, and so forth. And so we're going to start with just conic sections in general, then ellipses, hyperbolas, take a quiz, and then we'll talk about the general equation of conic sections, applications, and then graphing parametric equations. So then we'll have a quiz on that. And if you remember, you need to score 60% on each quiz to move on in the class, and then there is a unit test at the end, which you also need to score 60%. So if you need help, remember, how do you get help? You call me, you send me a screenshot and request a video, or just request a video of a topic you want. You text me, you set up an appointment, you check out my website. There's lots of options you have to get help. So please get help when you need it. This is what conic sections, this is the general form of a conic section right here. Ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. So if we have all of this thing, we're going to have a conic section. And depending on, the reason they're called conic sections is because if you take 2 cones and you put the points together, and you slice it through. If it's a diagonal slice, it's going to become an ellipse. If it's a horizontal slice, it'll be a circle. If it's a deep vertical slice, meaning you're going through both of them, and it could go, hits both conics, then it's a hyperbola. And if it's just a vertical slice that goes through one end of the other, that's a parabola. So just so you know, that's where we get the word conic sections and what those are. Then we're going to do applications of probability. So we're going to do probability rules and conditional probability, and then have a quiz, and then independent and mutually exclusive events and probability of independent events, and then take a quiz. So those are kind of fun problems, like what's the probability of drawing a jack in a deck of cards versus a red card? And then it gets a little bit more into it, but probability can be kind of fun. And then we're going to continue with that and talk about the multiplication rule for dependent events and independent events. We're going to take a quiz over that, and then we'll have permutations and combinations and take a quiz over that as well. And then at the end, we will have a test. So just as a reminder, take notes. Notes are important, and however you take notes that helps you remember, that's how I want you to do it. You can get a notebook, use a piece of paper, and write everything down. You can use the guided notes that are at the beginning of each unit. Remember, at the beginning of each unit, if you click on guided notes for that unit, it will have the unit, and then it will have every single lesson in that unit and a link to the guided notes. If there's not a link, that means they're not available. So just take notes how you can that unit, but almost 99% of them are available. Then remember, if you do use the guided notes, here's what they look like. So you have the option of printing these out and then hand copying them, keeping it in a book, or you can just refer to them and take your own notes on the side. You'll notice there's usually plenty of space to make your own notations on here. So write down the things that are important to you. Or if you like to take notes digitally, you can use Cami, which is that extension that you can use in order to just type digitally or highlight and so forth if you want to take notes that way. So remember, you can use your notes on quizzes and tests. I prefer handwritten notes to use on that, so you're not like taking forever thumbing through pages. So I like to take my guided notes and then I write down the most important things, and then I can use them on my quiz or test. So please remember that and use the options that you have available in order to do well on those quizzes and tests. Finally, the key word for this overview is probability. So enter that into your Canvas course, and then you're ready to move on. Once you finish this quarter, you're done, and hopefully you're already halfway through when you're starting. Your pacing is good when you're starting this, but if you need to catch up, now's a good time. So let me know if you have questions, and good luck.